After getting hit, immediately after, I felt like a numbness and tingling throughout my body. Then, like, the days I've missed, I've been having a lot of nausea, just vomiting, throwing up. I've felt really weak, haven't been able to really keep my eyes open, slept a lot, and just kind of done a bunch of recovery stuff.
When a football player suffers a concussion during a game or practice, it is nothing to be taken lightly. Doctors, coaches, and players are learning more about the damage a concussion can do to the player's brain as a result of high-contact sports.
In my clinic, if you look at all of the male athletes that come in being referred for a concussion, football is the #1 sport that those athletes are participating in that caused the concussion.
Research shows that athletes who have repeated concussions are more likely to get long-term brain damage.
The way things would go here, after a student athlete had a concussion, we would check on them daily, but have them let us know when they've stopped having symptoms. We would do another impact test, a cognitive computer test, and then we'd send them on to the doctor. If the doctor cleared them, then we'd start a return to play protocol. And they would have gradual increases in physical activity. They'd ride a bike, and then they'd run the next day, and then they'd run a little harder, and then they'd have a non-contact practice just to make sure that none of those things cause symptoms to return.
It's the doctor, the player and coach have no say in when they come back. Here at Fort Mill, they have to follow a procedure with our trainers.
Even with detailed procedures, some players feel the pressures from coaches to return and play before fully recovering.
I feel like my coaches haven't really rushed me, but they've really kind of pushed me to try to get back in.
A couple days after I got my concussion, I definitely felt pressured to get back onto the field, and I wasn't comfortable at all because it was only a couple days afterwards, and coaches were asking me, how much longer and when I was going to be back onto the football field playing.
Used to see more pressure from coaches, and now the state requires all football coaches to watch an online instructional video and to take a test based on that. Now that coaches are more educated about what concussions are and how dangerous they can be, that they are much less likely to pressure kids to get back to play.
With numerous concussions daily, do coaches realize the importance of safety, or do they prioritize victories over injuries? It seems it depends on the coach and the player, but with a serious injury like a concussion, players should never stray away from doctors' orders. For Student Reporting Labs and the Buzz TV, I'm Chad O'Donnell.